Alright, son.
3,
Time for a
4,
lesson
5,
on Post-Columbian
6,
trade
7,
and economics.
8, 9, and 10.
Go!
Before the 1400s, virtually all slaves in Europe were white. The
Go.
Ottoman conquest of Constantinople cut off slaves from the Black Sea region.
Okay, go.
With Portuguese voyages to West Africa and the occupation of the Canary and
Dude,
Madeira
with feeling.
Islands, slavery hooked up with sugar culture.
Go.
Native Americans did not survive long under conditions of slavery and forced labor, so the Spaniards brought in enslaved Africans as substitutes. The Atlantic slave trade reached its peak in the 18th century.
Go.
The most important changes brought by the Columbian voyages may have been biosocial in nature. Flora, fauna, and diseases traveled in both directions across the Atlantic. New World foods became Old World staples, and domestic animals were brought to the New World. European diseases ravaged American Indian populations. Sailors and settlers brought syphilis back with them to Europe. During the 1500s and the 1600s, there was a huge influx of precious metals into Spain from its American colonies. Population increase in Spain and the establishment of new colonies created greater demand for goods in Spain. The economy could not meet the demands. Together with the influx of specie, this led to inflation.
Keep going.
Inflation caused the Spanish government to go bankrupt several times.
Just keep doing it.
Payment of Spanish armies and bullion created inflation throughout Europe, which greatly hurt nobles on fixed incomes. Chinese demands for payment in silver for its products and taxes shaped the world silver trade. The new intercontinental seaborne trade brought into being three successive commercial empires: the Portuguese, the Spanish, and the Dutch. In the 16th century, the Portuguese enjoyed hegemony over the sea route to India. Portuguese Brazil produced most of the sugar consumed in Europe in the 16th and 17th centuries. The Spanish established a land empire in the New World and a seaborne empire in the Pacific. The world experienced a commercial boom from about 1570 to 1630. In the second half of the 17th century, the Dutch seaborne trade predominated.
Now make us like a silly face at the camera or something. Just like.
What's your serious?
And then like something silly. Like.